There we go. Let me throw that stream starting soon up, and you can listen to, which album is this? This is Dark Fantasy Studio Jotun, which I have a license to use, royalty free. So, listen to the music for a second. I gotta straighten up just a little bit, and then we'll get started. It is Wednesday! Sup, Ninja Weasel? The most weaselly of all ninjas. That's you. We're live on Wednesday night, and you know what that means? No, wait, that's the wrong show. I am so gonna have to get a new chair, man. This thing is squeaking at the mildest of provocations. I don't know how long we're gonna go tonight. My throat is feeling very like I want to just go, clear it like over and over again. Hopefully we got enough light here. If not, there's not a whole lot I can do about it except put this light on. And then that puts a big bright spot right there. So, we're just gonna have to live with it, whatever the case. All I know is just hit with WD-4. Man, this chair is like old. Like I don't even think it's like the joints are complaining, like where things are joined together. I think it's like just the metal is starting to go. Please, please, put me to rest. Let me sleep eternally. All right, so as you may know, this is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays I go to Graham Cracker Comics. I have all sorts of like coffin comic pins just laying around, man. I don't know. But I go to Graham Cracker Comics, and at Graham Crackers, you get, ready for this? Drum roll, please. 3 free books. Man, I was trying to time that with like the music. I think it worked okay. 3 free books out of the 75-cent bin. Formerly, the 50-cent bin. Inflation, man. It gets us all. It gets all of us. Time marches on inexorably. And that kind of sucks for people who don't want time to march on inexorably. Like me. Pretty good music, huh? Very dramatic. So, before we really get into looking at the books I got today, how are you doing, Ninja Weasel? You having a good one? And I do want to talk about Arcane just a little bit, because I just watched all of that. And turns out it was better than I expected. I thought it was going to be kind of like just junk. And then I was surprisingly, at least to myself, entertained. And I'm not going to spoil too much, but yeah, we'll just look at Crossfire here first. So I saw this like right at the top of the bin, and I was like, what is even going on here? You doing good back home? Hillin'? Oh, you do live in the hills, that makes sense. And playing some FF14? Dope. I saw this and I'm like, is this dude like really falling out of an airplane with this other dude? Like, this just looked absolutely wild. So I had to pick this up. I know nothing about Crossfire. So, came out in 1988, judging by what it says up in the corner there. Let's, oh! There's some pretty good little black and white line art in here. This dude's kind of like got a Racer X kind of vibe going on. He'd saved a mouthful of cola from his last drink, which would have been had he not hit the bus bar. Boom! Wow! Oh, dude. We got molten steel going everywhere, setting stuff on fire. This book is wild! And the cover material really is in the book. Dude's pushing another dude out of a plane, which is flying upside down. Oh, hey, thank you, Russian bot, dropping a random link here. I'm just gonna pop in here and hit that button. And I think there's another thing I can be like, hide user. Yeah, there we go. All right, but thanks, Bepa Rinhitchakar, or whatever your name was. It was great of you to drop by, and I really appreciate you spending your time with us, bot. Okay, check this out. It's on the cover. It's in the book. This is like one of the most truth in advertising things I've ever seen. I love this panel layout too. The crazy angles that these panels are at really kind of gets across that the plane is all topsy-turvy and twisting around and stuff. This looks pretty cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's also kind of like a, maybe not a direct mirroring thing, but like this guy like showing up in basically the same spot in a mirrored reflection is kind of a nice touch. They should have rotated this panel around completely. Stay cheeky breeky. Oh yeah. Life with Botris. Oh lord, there's just like an essay at the back of this thing. Alright, well, everything up until the essay looked pretty cool. Now, if you're like under 18, I need you to avert your eyes a little bit. We're going to kind of avert, you know, your gaze with my hand. So if I remember right, this company here, Double Take, did this thing where they were building like a comic book universe based around Night of the Living Dead, the first, you know, that zombie movie that's in the public domain. They had like a whole series of books based around that, and I think this is one of those books, which is why I got it. The fact that the cover is absolutely ridiculous, and judging by what I know by the rest of this product's line, the interior art is probably not going to be so great. Yeah, it's not so bad. Good paper stock. Lifeguard on duty. What's going on here? I was running very late one day, so I pulled into the garage in my car. Oh my lord, who did the lettering here? This lettering is causing me physical pain. Alright, I was running very late one day, so I pull into the garage in my car, throw my uniform, which is still in my car from the night before, into the wash, run up to my apartment. I'm thinking, okay, here's what I can do. I can either change my clothes, put on pants and a shirt, and go all the way back downstairs to the garage, to the garage, to the laundry room, get my clothes, and run all the way back upstairs to my apartment. What kind of story is this? This is like one of those stories somebody tells that doesn't actually have a point to it. And then go all the way back downstairs to my car. I think, no. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sprint downstairs through the garage, into the laundry, put on the fresh warm clothes straight out of the dryer, get in my car, and leave. It's going to save like minutes. It's brilliant. What kind of... Who are you people, and why are you telling us this story? Wow, it's a good thing I am not showing what's on the book. I'd get banned off YouTube right now. Oh my lord! This lettering style just keeps going. This hurts to look at. Yeah, this is totally the Night of the Living Dead books. Or Night of the Living Dead comic universe thing. Why? No one knows. Ooh, better not show all that. We are now in trouble with the YouTube cops. The YouTube cops are going to be knocking at my door. They're going to be going, "Sir, we need you to put down the stream. Stop streaming immediately. Sir, we're going to take you in. You're under arrest. You're a bad streamer." I'll just be like, fine, I'm going back to Twitch, where you can play like an entire episode of a TV show and nobody really cares unless you're a big streamer. Oh, bazoom! I don't even know what bazoom means, but we bazoomed. Alright, we're going to open up that Eternal Warrior in just a second. I was just going to look for... What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Ninja Weasel, sorry. I was just tweeting, and now I come back over and I look. Bazooms, what you tuned into an Amaranth stream for? Got him! Sir, you did indeed. Got him. Get him. Good. Oh. Oh, can I just drag this meme into... No, I gotta put it in a folder, and then I can drag it over. Here we go. I just saw this on Twitter. You know, just in case, you know, you wanted to see how the Kramer meme had evolved. The Kramer meme is now Berserk. So there you go. Life goes on. Let me go ahead and throw that in the thread for Kramer memes. Where's that at? Oh my gosh, I can't find the meme thread or meme channel on my Discord. There we go. Alright. Crisis temporarily averted. Let's just drop this son of a gun in here. Alright. The meme has been saved for posterity. We can get that off the stream. That's a pretty good one, man. That's a pretty good one. Bro! Dude, Ninja! Hold on. Do you remember McDonald's looking like this? Because I'm trying real hard to remember the big creepy tree. And I don't remember the big creepy tree. But that don't mean there was not a big creepy tree. Like, was this, like, nationwide? Because I sure don't remember that thing right there. Because that is awful weird. We're going to leave the creepy tree, like, up in the corner watching us while we stream. Now, let's put it in this corner. There we go. The creepy tree. See, now he's looking at the comic books. It's very appropriate. We got a creepy tree watching us talk about comic books. Maybe? Yeah, I totally don't. But, it just showed up on Twitter. It's not the 80s McDonald's without the tree. And I'm just like, I don't remember it. Yeah, I would have been, you know, a much younger person then too. So I totally don't remember the creepy tree. But I like the creepy tree looking at the comic books. That seems somehow appropriate. Plus it's covering up the glare for my little halogen desk lamp that I got pointed right there. I'm going to have to, like, invest in, like, proper lighting at some point, man. I really am. This Eternal Warrior cover is pretty crazy looking, isn't it? Like, look at this dude. Like, what is going on here with his back? Did Homeboy just, like, decide he was going to tie-dye himself? Can you even do that? Can you just, like, jump into vat of dye, twist yourself, and suddenly you're a t-shirt? I don't know. Maybe. Alright, let's look at Eternal Warrior, issue number 17. Will the tree approve? I don't know. Blood money. Now, pretty much all of these old Valiant books from the first couple years of Valiant existing, they all pretty much look the same, man. Jim Shooter used to just like drive around and beat comic book panels and pages out of artists. Like, he would see an artist, the artist would not have his work done, and Jim Shooter would be like this guy right here. He'd just suddenly rise up and finally start punching people in the face. Hey, Jackson Zelda. We're about 15 minutes in, so while it is true that you are here, I don't know if finally here is appropriate, but thank you for popping in, hanging out with us. Much love. We got a creepy 80s McDonald's tree watching the results here. I just saw that on Twitter and I was like, that's so creepy. I got to put that in my stream. Props to whoever took that photograph of that thing, which will haunt me as I try to sleep tonight. But the tree does seem to like the comic book, so we've got that going for us. We were just looking at Eternal Warrior, number 17. Hey, while you're here, I'm going to flip back over to this Crossfire thing, because this was pretty cool. So check this out. You got like two guys fighting. They're falling out of an airplane, right? What do you think is inside the book? What do you think is inside here if I open this up? If you said two guys fighting and falling out of an airplane, you would be correct. Look at that. McDonald's nightmare fuel. Yeah. Look at that. Truth in advertising. I got to give like mega props to this. The art looks really nice inside this thing too. Like, I got this because I thought this was a crazy looking cover, but it turns out that there might actually be something pretty cool inside. So I'm actually looking forward to really sitting down and flipping through that thing. Now, I did promise in the stream title I would talk about Arcane a little bit, and this seems like a good time to do it. So I just got done watching that Netflix series based on League of Legends. And, you know, it was alright. There's some real well-choreographed action. The emotional investment was cool. And much like The Joker, the movie, from what, like 2-3 years ago now, the downward spiral into insanity was really well done. It hit a lot of the same notes that the last season Jessica Jones hit, which, if you remember, was just the season where Hellcat like just goes crazy for no reason, and every decision that is made by every character is literally the worst possible decision. The difference between the way Arcane tells that story and the way Jessica Jones told that story is, in Jessica Jones, none of what anyone was doing made any sense. In Arcane, though, it actually made sense because the choices people were making were either like a very emotional choice, like in the moment, and then they immediately regretted it, and circumstances kept them from changing it, or it was just circumstances outside their control driving things. It wasn't like in Jessica Jones where Hellcat is like, and now we're going to go murder a corrupt police officer. Like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. So, it was pretty enjoyable. There was, what, 9 episodes or something, I think? So it's not that huge of an investment. They're like 35 minutes long or something, once you take out the title credits and the end credits. So, if you want something interesting to watch and you happen to be subscribed to Netflix already, go for it. You might just like it. And that is what I got to say about Arcane. Try not to spoil anything. Maybe I spoiled a little bit, but if you know the characters involved, you can already kind of predict what's some of what I just said. So, nothing should be a surprise. Alright, let's get this Savage Avengers. I'm not really sure where the story can possibly go after where it's been. Like, we've dealt with Cool and Gath for good, right? So what is left to possibly talk about? I got no idea. I really don't. I saw somebody on Twitter posting pages, I guess from like the Digital or something, And it had like a showdown between Conan. Oh, look, there's Conan. Is this the last issue? Dude, I have no idea. Like, I don't read comic news, really. Like, stuff gets announced and canceled and announced and canceled, and none of it matters. Because if they want to do an extra issue, they'll do an extra issue. If they don't want to do the last issue, they'll cut it off. So, maybe it is the last one. But I saw, like, some stuff with Conan fighting King the Conqueror. And, yeah, it's in here. It is in here. This has to be the last issue. Like, there's no story left to tell here. Ha! Oh my god. This text was actually real. Hold on. I saw this on Twitter while I was at work, having my lunch break. Kang calls his future Citadel thing King Santinople. I'm out. I'm done. Why would you write that? See, Jackson Zelda. Oh, can I... Hold on. If we were on Twitch, I could put what you wrote up on the screen. And I got the chat highlight widget here enabled. So can I do that? I do not appear to be able to pin your message. That's a shame. But you said, or Jackson Zelda said, I believe it was canceled or no longer solicited after this issue. Well, that's okay, because while I don't necessarily follow politics, or not politics, comic news, well, I don't follow politics either that much if I can avoid it. Patrick Zurcher said some stuff, like today, that, see if I can find the thing. Oh, his dad died. I didn't know that. Man, I really feel you, Patch. I feel you. Ah, he says Republicans are Nazis, basically. I don't know why you would say this unless you're just looking for attention. And of course, you got all the usual touches from people. Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Now here comes the copyright strike on a Turkish night. Yeah. Anyway, he said some stuff that was controversial, probably in an attempt to drum up business for himself, and I just kind of shake my head at it. But we do have our little tree dude here, and he seems to really like the cover of this book, and I can't blame him. That is a pretty dope cover for Savage Avengers. Looks like at the end of this story, Conan is back in the past, raising Kulan Gath, so Kulan Gath never turns into, you know, a horrifying cannibal sorcerer, and da-da-da-da-da, which is all good stuff, because we start off in the book with Conan training the kid who becomes Kulan Gath. It's right here. And frankly, I find this, like, a really cool touch. I don't know how, like, Conan-ish it is to simply have not killed the kid that would become his archenemy. But it's kind of cool that he's going through this trouble to turn the kid to the path of steel, as opposed to the path of evil, dark magic of doom, terrifying powers beyond comprehension, and stuff. So, I like that. This book looks like it must just be an epilogue then. Which, they could have just ended with the last issue. This seems kind of superfluous, because issue 27 wraps it up, basically. So when I saw that there was an issue 28 from the Graham Cracker newsletter that they sent me, that there was an issue 28 coming out this week, I'm like, what could possibly be in it? Now I see. It's just like the last couple pages of issue 27 just expanded out into an entire comic book. That's good enough. Alright. Other book. I didn't get that many books today. I thought I had another book written down on my list, but I didn't take my list with me, so if I did, I didn't get it. That's some pro-level Strategies. Inkblot has been a really fun series. And the only reason I haven't flipped it open yet is I'm kind of wondering, do I actually want to flip it open and kind of ruin some of the book for me? Oh, that's another statement that needs to... The last two things said in my chat need to be put up on screen for everybody to read. So Istanbul was King Constantinople. And then Jackson Zelda just said, comics are so decompressed these days. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Comics are super, omega, ultra decompressed. Like the last couple pages of issue 27 basically wrap the story up. So issue 28 here, flipping through it, it basically looks like we're taking the last couple pages where Conan says, hey, I will train you, and then you don't need to use magic. And it's literally just showing us that. And then having Kang the Conqueror show up for reasons and things. Oh, what the hey, let's open up Inkblot. I'm not quite sure. Never mind. I know exactly where we are in this story. She is hunting the dang cat. Like, look, she's got like, we're going to put these jingly bells on the cat so we can always know where the cat is. Here, kitty, kitty. Look at this look. Like, the art may not be like the most super detailed art, and it may be sometimes kind of weird looking and stuff, but man, the art in Inkblot is super expressive, and the writing has kept pretty much in every issue a good pace. I haven't understood why we've been in some of the places and times that they've chosen to visit. But, yeah, LMAO the cat. I know. Look at this poor cat. Look at her, man. She's like, this cat has bedeviled her. Jesus Christ, what? Oh my God, yeah. That's pretty much what the cat's thinking. You're gonna put jingly bells on? Oh man, now these people are all sorcerers and stuff. You really expect that to work? Of course, these bells are Song Iron and Siren's Teeth. Their call is irresistible. Siren's Teeth? Man, she went for like the heavy-duty magical artifacts. Like, don't mess with the librarian. You know, don't mess with the person who writes down all the history and studies all the mysteries, because she's crazy. And after you've like been after her for 15 issues, driving her crazy, hopping around through space and time, causing chaos, causing destruction, making her go crazy trying to figure out what you're doing, don't be surprised when she's suddenly like, here, kitty, kitty. I gotta flip over to the next page here. Oh no! She's gone mad with power! She's gone mad! Look out! Oh baby. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Magical crazy reaction. Yep, Ninja Weasel, you were right. Don't you think that's a little overkill? Yes. Because look what just happened. But hey, it's okay. I anticipated this. Oh my gosh. The tree likes it though. The tree, he approves of everything we're seeing here. This book is a hoot. It's been a great, like, young adult kind of story, you know? Not super heavy, not super like, oh, I feel dirty after I read it. Just like, here's some crazy, fun adventuring with some heavy-hitting narrative punches, and it's been great. Inkblot is maybe my like favorite thing next to Savage Avengers that's come out in the last couple of years. I'm not going to read that. If people want to see what you just said, Ninja Weasel, they can read the chat over there on the sidebar. Good stuff, man. It's a small haul this week, but I'm trying to... It is a small haul. It is not a lot of stuff that we got here, but I think I got some pretty cool stuff with what I do have here. I think I accidentally picked up a gem out of the free stuff. And it'll be nice to wrap up Savage Avengers. I really do hope that you're right, Jackson Zelda, and that this is the last issue. Because if it is, then I don't have to give Marvel money anymore. And that appeals to me because Marvel's owned by Disney. And Disney has too much money as it is. That's just my opinion, though. Your opinion can and should differ. Because if we're all thinking the same thing, ain't none of us really thinking. Also, I was cleaning my desk, alright? So I was cleaning my desk off. Which, that's still in progress. You don't want to see my office. It's a disaster in here. It's just a different, like, it's a differently organized disaster. And then I just found, like, the little bunny patch thing. I don't know if this is, from Brian Ball, or if this is, USAGI from Tim Lim. I'm not actually sure which one of them gave this to me, but it was just, like, sitting underneath a stack of papers on my desk. So, I'm just gonna, like, put him right there, and he can join in the fun. Man, my mouth is feeling really dry. Alright, so I think we hit the stuff I want to talk about today. We got the free books, the paid books, and I gave a miniature Arcane review in the middle of this. So, I think I'm good here, unless you guys out there in the chat, you know, if you got something going on. Yeah, oh, Jackson Zelda, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Let me roll over to my computer. And I'm going to go find that. Because I retweeted it, actually. I'm going to read your chat in a second. What are these Twitter notifications? Oh. Cody retweeted, but he's not here. Don't retweet somebody's, like, stream notification if you ain't showing up for the stream. Like, if you ain't coming in here and saying hi for 30 seconds, what are you doing, bro? Let me see if I can find that campaign. I'm probably going to end up backing it because I want to know how that story ends. But I got to find it first. There it is. Alright, let's pull this up. Let's turn Brave ads off because you guys don't need to see advertisements. There we go. And show right monitor. So yeah. Jackson Zelda. Did you see on Twitter that King Gary's doing a Kickstarter called The Book of Gogor that will finish that story? I didn't know that he was finishing the story. I wasn't sure if this was like he's finishing the story or if it was like for a trade paperback or a hardback or something. I hadn't actually clicked through to read the pre-launch page. So this is as good a time as any to see what's going on here. A graphic novel sequel to the fantasy series Gogor. Yeah, notify me on launch. Thank you. I am probably going to want to be in on this 100% because I definitely enjoyed Gogor a whole lot. In fact, we'll just drag that over here. We'll flip back to my Elgato for a second, and now we'll like... Hello? Oh, it's in a weird format? What? What is an AVI.F? Bro. You guys are just like inventing bizarre formats. No, it's called a JPEG. Oh my gosh. There, now I've got a JPEG. Now, let's make this a little bit bigger here. So now the tree, who should be on top of that? There we go. So now the tree is just watching them fight. Right there. We got crazy combat between Gogor and like this cool boar monster pig dude. And the tree's loving it. He is loving it. Look at that look on his face. Looking at the combat right there. That's how good Gogor is. The tree and an 80s McDonald. The nightmare fuel that will haunt me all night long. Likes it. That's what we have to look forward to. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to that in the chat here. There we go. Jackson Zelda says, I think I found your YouTube channel from your Gogor reviews and your alternative reviews. Yeah, I think I reviewed every issue of Gogor. This is a good book. I was really shocked that it got canceled, but I guess when you're not getting sales, like, what are they supposed to do, right? It's a shame. I really liked it. I was really disappointed when it ended like it did. Hey, you know what? While we're here, excuse me, while we're here, let's see if we can get like some updates on things. So I put out a video like in the middle of the night last night for this dude named Charles Bronson on Twitter, presumably not the actor. He's an artist, and I'm never going to find it again. Oh, hey, we've got another spam bot. Hey, Ninja Weasel, since I'm trying to find something here, can you deal with that for me, my dude? I would appreciate it. You should be a mod, so you should be able to just, like, hide it, or hide the user. Yeah, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Okay, I just popped over to Charles Bronson's Twitter here. Let's share that, and it looks like he has not posted any of the art he said he would from the project that he did not get paid for. Do you see this, Ninja Weasel? I kind of like this Batman Daredevil mashup. I think it looks pretty cool. Ah, man. Ice cold water. It's good for you. Had to get a little drink. The bat without... Oh, that's a great tagline, too. So, yeah, he didn't get paid for a project, and he was talking about how he wanted to maybe just put the art up. And it looks like he has not put the art up yet. I was kind of hoping he would. Because that would be... pretty dope. I guess he's trying to figure out, you know, somebody said, hey, why don't you email the person who paid you and see if they're going to get back to you. And maybe that just he hasn't heard back yet, or he's not willing to move on yet. Okay. Well, let's flip back over here to that stuff, and let's, so that was one thing I did a video on. The other thing I did a video on was the comic book The Plot Holes, which had really bad shipping, and that video I think went up at like noon or 11 today. It's from Sean Murphy, the guy who does the Batman White Knight stuff. And let's see, I'm pulling up his campaign right now. Let's see here. Here we go, comments. Let's see what we got. See if there's been any change. Oof. Alright, so here's like the comment when I made the video last time. This is the newest one. So, Artist Edition ride with severe creases. Oh, why was the ship with no packing materials in a box is much too large? Softcover ride with dinged edges and bent corners. At least it came in a box. Whew. I work in shipping. And what I was charged was reasonable. What I received was woeful. Where did the extra money for shipping and handling go? Good question. Got my hardcover. Corner dinged. Rattled around the box. Needed bubble wrap. You know what? Iconic Comics, they wrap their books in bubble wrap when they put it in the box. The damage to the box during shipping doesn't damage the book inside. Foolish and annoying, but I look forward to reading it. For $15 shipping it should have been protected better. Yes, shipping and packing materials are cheap. A Gemini is going to run you like 50 cents at the kind of scale they would order it at. Bubble wrap is not that expensive. You just order it on a big spool and you cut off what you need and you wrap up the books. It's not that hard. Putting it in like a comic bag is not that expensive. Do your job. People are paying good money for this product and you are shipping them junk. Or, well, it's not, the product is not junk, but you're shipping it as if it were junk. When's my full boat tier estimated to... Oh, my full boat tiers are estimated to arrive today, and he doesn't have a follow-up here. $50 shipping cost for the book to be sent media mail with a tiny clump of packing paper. Yeah, that's what I saw on Twitter. The book was sitting at the bottom of the box, and a wad of packing paper was thrown in on top of it. It's the worst shipping I've ever seen, next to somebody just like throwing a box, or throwing the book in a box. Or, no, I take it back. It's the worst shipping I've seen since stealing Solo. I'm a huge fan. This will make it difficult for me to back a future campaign. Right there. There's words you don't want to read. Disappointed, late campaign, late fulfillment, didn't book on top of it all. The stealing Solo. Can I find that real quick? Here it is. Hey, Cody, Mr. Ironverse Comics, Jack Irons, the man. If you want to drop a link to your stuff in the chat, feel free, buddy. But, yeah, like, the shipping is not this bad. It's not this bad, but it's close. I'm not going to go find, like, the pictures, because I don't want to be looking around for, like, 6 hours to find, like, the really egregious ones. But you can see, this is like 2.5 years later or something. Hello, Ouija 13. Oh man, we got another Russian bot. Ninja Weasel, can you kill that for me? But stealing Solo was basically shipped. Let me go back to my camera. Oh, let's get Gogor, and we'll leave the McDonald's tree here. He'll probably like the way the book was shipped. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so let's imagine you are a comic book, and you're going to be shipped. So here's a comic book. Let's pretend this comic book was named Stealing Solo. That means that on the cover you've got a picture of Harrison Ford with duct tape over his mouth. Not signed in, I subscribe. Well, thank you for the subscription. See, the tree? He likes that idea. The tree's like, hey, I like the idea of Harrison Solo tied up with duct tape over his mouth. The tree's creepy. The McDonald's tree is creepy. Do not go near the tree. Don't do it. It's not worth it. The tree will eat you, or, like me, it's going to haunt your dreams tonight. So don't go near the tree. So let's say you're stealing Solo. You're shipping the book. How do you ship it? Well, you put it in a box, right? Like, that's how a normal person would ship a comic book. Even a single issue, you would put it in a box. Maybe you would put it in like a Stay Flat photo mailer or something, which is acceptable. I get books from Alternative Comics in Stay Flat mailers, and they arrive in great shape. Don't mess with the Mickey D tree. Yeah. I don't remember this tree from when I was a kid. Like, I don't know if maybe the McDonald's that I frequented did not have the tree or what, but I don't remember that son of a gun. It's super creepy. So normally you would put this in a box. I've got like 1 million Geminis laying around here. They're all over my home office. I need to throw some away. I'm turning into a hoarder when it comes to that kind of stuff. But no, that's not how Stealing Solo was shipped. Stealing Solo was shipped like this, as a loose comic. The address was printed on the back. So instead of a back cover or back cover ad or anything like that, you had the person's address, and that was it. Now, part of the reason for that is the company that printed that stuff was not used to making this kind of product. They were like, I think they were like a printer that did stuff like handling circulars for shoppings, like grocery stores and that kind of material. In which case, that's exactly how you ship it. They were shipping to the form they were used to. But that's not how you ship a comic book, and they didn't know that. And so Jeff Hicks, or whatever his name is, he had to eat it, man. He had to eat the cost. He made like 50 grand gross off of his campaign, and he had to replace I don't know how many books for people. Now, granted, he's a big YouTuber guy, so for him eating, 10 grand or whatever is probably like, a week of money, because those people in that particular community, they get like crazy super chats and stuff. They're not like me. I'm like subsisting on air. That's how much I've been paid by YouTube. I get air. Fresh air. But Stealing Solo was a train wreck. So like Cody said, when I go to stealing solo as the comparison for how you shipped your product, how poorly you shipped your product, that says something, because that means you are at, and be ready for this, be ready for it, that means you are at the bottom of the proverbial barrel. Sadly, I don't have a barrel I can hold here. Oh, hold on. Here's my battery charger for my GoPro batteries, which I've only got one battery for that works anymore, but here, pretend this is a barrel. Here's the top of the barrel. Here's stealing solo, down here at the bottom. Let's get the book out of the way so you can see it better. And the way the plot holes was shipped is right here. It's like one notch up. It's as close as you can get to being the bottom without actually being the bottom. It was abysmal. It was terrible. It was wrong. It was bad. Sean Murphy should feel bad. He made enough money off that campaign. He could have ate the $3,000 for good shipping material. In fact, the stuff he bought, those boxes, was probably more expensive than getting bulk Gemini mailers. Or they probably cost the same. So he's really only out like the cost of comic bags, which a comic bag in bulk for $3,000, you're looking at like 10 cents a pop or something. It's wild. It is wild how badly done it was. How badly done it was done. Yeah, there we go. That's good enough English. You understand what I mean. Now, Cody here says, we also use stay flat mailers as well. Very low mess up rate. Yeah, Alterna ships me that kind of material all the time. The problems I've had with the Alterna books that have arrived have not been shipping problems. You know, I've gotten books where the printer screwed up, like uncut pages and things like that. That ain't their fault for shipping. That's the printer's fault. And then Peter Simeti immediately makes it right. The Iconic Comics dudes, they go whole hog crazy. They got like custom packaging material they send stuff in. Great looking boxes. I reuse those because they're so pretty. They wrap the book in bubble wrap. So not only is the book not bouncing around, but it's got this air cushion all around it to protect it against dings, against drops, against getting thrown, against, you know, being kicked like a football. Because, let's be honest, the people that handle packages are not always the best, you know, behaved. I've seen videos of them, like, chucking a box over a fence because they didn't want to open the gate and walk to the front door. Like, crazy stuff like that. And if the packaging can survive it, hey, great. And the Iconic Comics packaging can. They kind of go to the extreme. If you remember the original Jawbreakers campaign, I don't know where my sandpaper edition is, but the original books that were shipped out as part of Jawbreakers, that first campaign, they were shipped in these mailers that were abrasive on the inside. So the mailer actually rubbed off parts of the comic book cover from the very slight motion of the book inside the mailer. That was quickly remedied, and we all got replacement books, and I don't want to think about how much that had to cost. But avoiding those errors, there's so much knowledge out there, so many people who are willing to tell you, hey, this is how you ship a product. This is how you package these things up. You can talk to me. You can look at Twitter. You can look at videos where I've ranted about this stuff like I'm doing right now. And it's all out there. That information is as close to public domain as you can get without actually being public domain. So in this day, in 2022, shipping something like this, let's go back to plot holes. Eventually we'll get there. Here we go. Shipping something like they shipped here, where people are getting hardcover books that are dinged up, it's not acceptable to ship stuff like that. Yeah, Cody says, I saw that. You can make the stumble, but try not to make the same stumbles others make. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who know how to do this kind of stuff. There's a lot of people who maybe haven't done it, like me, but they still know the right way to do it. I mean, I have sent comics before, and I packaged them up very nicely in a Gemini. Not at this scale, you know, because I was just shipping books to a friend. But, like, it's not hard to do it right. Amazon ships like that, toss a book and hope for the best. Hey, you know, Amazon's got to save money, man. They used to throw an airbag in there, and airbags cost cash. Like, you don't You don't even know what you're doing to their budget, bro, by asking them to ship better. You're hurting their souls. Boy, look at the list of editors over here for Eclipse Comics, bro. Eclipse by Marv. Wow, Marv Wolfman. How did this company not, like, just take off? Like, look at this. You got Marv Wolfman, Chuck Dixon, Kurt Busiek, Doug... I forget how to pronounce his name. Is it Doug Monk? Your Fist of the North Star volumes are tough as nails. Hey, there you go. Let's see. I'm going to take this book out of the stack because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube any more than I probably already am. Let's go ahead and just kind of slather some stuff down here. Yeah, it definitely is an all-star group. With an all-star group like that, how do you not become the next big publisher? I don't know. I don't know. Man, I'm looking at this plot holes page again. I shouldn't. I shouldn't be looking at this thing, but I'm looking at it and it's just... This hurts. Yeah, that group was up against some really great stuff from Marvel at the time. You are correct, Cody. Like, I understand why they didn't take over and dominate everything. Because there were great runs of Spider-Man, X-Men, Daredevil, all that kind of stuff back then. Look at this. This will make it difficult for me to back a future campaign of his. And you know what? To be honest, it's going to make it difficult for Joseph to back anybody's future campaign. What Sean Murphy, his shippers, I shouldn't blame him directly, but the buck does stop there. What the shippers that he hired did, what they have done, the quality of the shipping they have done, it impacts you, Cody. It's going to be harder for you to sell your books to somebody because of what they did here. Man, this music is dramatic. Dude, Cody, what is your Twitter handle? Oh, there it is. Cowboy Steel. God, you're the hardest dude to find on Twitter. You mad lad. Here we go. IronVerseComics.com. That's what I was looking for. I was going to throw this up on screen for a second so people could, like, check this out. I'm like, dude, I'm typing in, like, Cowboy Steel, right? Like, Cowboy Steel, you know, or Jack Irons, Steel Cowboy, like, all sorts of things. And it's like, oh, God, what is this guy saying? I'm just like, at Cowboy. And then it finally comes up. So mad. Also very lad. Yeah, I am. Oh, you've got music here. Hold on. Let's mute that. I don't want to get in trouble with the copyright. Ooh, what's this? You're sending me messages? Bro. Hello, let's give you a specific... No, I don't. I'm just showing your webpage, bro. Online reads. Hey. You know, I haven't read Cactus Coyote. I should probably do that at some point. Cool. Look at this. You can read his book right here, apparently. I don't know anything about this website. What am I clicking into? Are we about to get in trouble? Oh, no. Look, it's just a book. It's just the dang book. So if you want to read Jack Irons, Steel Cowboy, you totally can. It's right here on the internet. You don't even got to pay for it, bro. This is just like Manny Shape with El Crudo, man. You can go read part of his stuff on his website, and it's great. So if you're at all interested in post-apocalyptic space cowboy action activities, go read Jack Irons. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was hoping to see. I was hoping to get to something really cool looking. There it was, just waiting for us at the end. Anyway, since you're here, I thought I'd show your stuff off. Because maybe somebody will stumble into this. Oh, hey, hold on. We've got a... yet another Russian spam bot, man. That's like our fourth one tonight, I think. apparently my stream is starting to get popular with the spam bot community. So we got that going for us. Hello, I hit the remove. There we go. It took it a second. Oh boy, man, you showing up, Jackson Zelda showing up, you guys showing up kind of like drug this stream out longer than I intended to. I was about to cut it like the 35-minute mark, and here we've gone like 20 minutes of ranting, active activity. See, Global Comics is great. Very supportive community. Always have a free option. Yep. Well, you're very welcome. Getting annoying. Yeah. I don't really mind spam bots too much. You know, it's just a sign that I'm making it, that I'm successful, that I am somebody. Instead of being nobody. But it's okay to be a nobody, as long as you're trying to tell everybody about somebody. Also very mad and glad, yeah. Let's see. Ooh. Anything else? Oh yeah, here. We already showed this on stream. You were the one that retweeted this, and that's how I saw it, huh? Great meme. On my Discord server, I've got a whole thread that is nothing but stupid Kramer memes. Man, I think I've seen every Kramer meme that has been made now. And that one is like the perfect capstone to the whole thing. Oh, dude! Huh. You retweeted this from somebody, and I've been to the Bean in Chicago. I don't know what book this is from or anything, because I just like clicked on the picture. I probably should have read it, but I've been to this place. I got a picture of me standing next to that thing. So that's kind of fun. That was a really cold day too, and I was just wearing a dress shirt, man. I was not wearing a jacket. Big mistake, because we went down to walk to where the Belvedere Fountain was in Chicago. And the NFL was doing like the draft or something in Chicago that year, so they had Belvedere Fountain cordoned off, so we couldn't actually get to Belvedere Fountain and see the fountain from the beginning of Married with Children, and it just kind of ruined the whole experience because, man, I was cold. I was really cold. That wind was whipping in off the lake, and it was like piercing to the bone, dude. Like, the temperature may have been like 50, but that wind was like 20. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal. I think I'm out of stuff to talk about here today. We have definitely hit all the high points. We talked about the free books I got at Graham Crackers. We talked about the books I actually bought. We talked about Arcane for like 5 minutes because I gave my quick review that was pretty spoiler free. Then we went on a rant about packaging, and we showed off Cody's stuff. So I think this is a pretty good stream here, and we've gotten to listen to one of the free album or royalty-free albums that I have the rights to that I haven't listened to in a while. It was Jotun. It's a pretty good album. So you all have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. And of course, I did get one more book. I'm just afraid to show the cover because the lady on the cover is like half naked, and there's like half naked people in the book. Like, suddenly this comic universe that's set in the Night of the Living Dead movie, like suddenly it's just got like naked people in it. And one of the other books I picked up out of this set, I don't remember which one, but it totally had this dude crazy driving a tractor, and like he like had a crash, and like there was just like somebody got liquefied and stuff. It's absolutely crazy. And now I'm rambling. I'm just gonna hit stop. So you all take care of yourselves. Here's a thumbs up for you to hit the road. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Much love. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.